Hey, what's going on everyone? Hux21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So, I just made a pretty big purchase, a couple $100s. I haven't made a purchase like this in a really long time, a card purchase at least in Splinterlands. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the card I purchased and why I did it, and it's groundbreaking. I think what I'm about to show you with this card is pretty miraculous. It has a lot to do with the weapons training ability, as well as the dual splinter summoners that are coming out in Rebellion in about a week. So I'm going to be able to use this strategy very shortly. Before I get into that, I am Hux21 and I cover Splinterlands here on the channel. If you are new, it would be awesome if you could take a second to subscribe. It's that big red button below the channel. We've been stagnant at this number for a while, want to push to 2,000, so would really appreciate you coming along. It's really exciting times for Splinterlands, so no better time than right now to join. Alright, let's do it. The card I purchased was Ziriel. I bought it for 25-ish BCX each, and now it's up to 30. This card's really been talked about a lot on Twitter recently. I've noticed a big uptick in Splinterlands discussions on Twitter, so if you're not following me there as well, come join the conversation. I've been tweeting more and more. It's really fostered a good community there. But I bought Ziriel. We don't need to get into this. I made a previous video of gameplay with Ziriel. There's no question how powerful she is. She was just pretty expensive, still is. But once I saw what was coming in Rebellion, I decided it was time to pull the trigger, and clearly others have as well. So, the big thing we have to remember here is weapons training. They've adjusted weapons training. So cards get the full attack with a max of 4. So Ziriel will actually give 4 to each of the cards. Now, what does that mean? You could actually come in here and buy level 3 version. If you're playing in Champion, you'll take a little bit of a hit on your earnings, but it would save you 5 times 30, $150. You could buy this version, and then Ziriel will still give 4 to the 2 weapons training monsters, or the 2 no attack monsters you put next to it. Now, what are you losing? If Ziriel hits with 4, and then would only get 2 life leech. Hits with 5, gets one more, so 3 life leech. Now, is that worth the additional 150? That's up to you. I decided to pull the trigger also from an investment standpoint, just because I think people are going to figure out at some point what I'm about to show you. So, Ziriel is unique because it is a dual splinter monster. It can be played with life summoners and death summoners, as well as with dragon summoners that pick life or death. Okay? Let's go over to the Mav site, the test server, where my last video I opened up a bunch of Rebellion packs. Way more videos are coming on these cards, obviously. Let me hit summoners, and what's important here is we have dual splinter summoners for the first time. So remember, Ziriel can be played with life or death. Well, let's just look right here. Where do we see life or death? We see water and death. So now Ziriel with Zedica can be played with water as well. So play Zedica, you get access to death, which means you get access to Ziriel, which means you can play Ziriel with water. We continue through. Life with water, so that's an overlap. Life with earth, we can play Ziriel with earth. Death with fire, we can play Ziriel with fire. That's all that's all 6, right? We can already play it with these 3. Death, Dragon, Life. If you pick Dragon, you just have to pick Death or Life. Now, Fire right here, Death, Fire. Earth, Life, Earth. Zedica, Water, Death. Ziriel, the weapons training monster, can be played with every single splinter now, depending on obviously the summoner you pick. That is an insanely versatile card. It's effectively, you can almost be treated, it's not exactly a neutral, obviously, because you get to pick your actual summoner, but it's very, 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 very close to a neutral. So let's look quickly here. I'm here on SplinterGuides. It's Brave Tofu on my site, which we will be updating with the Rebellion cards. Let's look at this real quick. So you actually do something really cool with these tables. If I hit this to rank them, so let's go to Modern first. So now we're ranking the Modern cards from our highest diamond ranking to our lowest. You can then come in and hit low melee, low archery, low magic, and the table remembers. So now it's rating all the cards that meet those standards. So low melee, low range, low magic, by highest to lowest. So Elmo is the best version of this. Chaos is the second. So you can do some really cool combinations. Let's see, what can we do? We can do high. How do we want to do this? We can do, here we go, high archery with speed. So it's going to rank the first by archery, followed up by speed. So I can come here and say, all right, what are the biggest hitting archery monsters or ranged monsters? Some people get mad at me when I say archery. So I got 6. What's the fastest 6? 5. What's the fastest 5? Well, we got the Runic Skyclaw at 6. What's the fastest 4 damage? Ooh, Ajax at 7. Ash Mirage at 6. So you can do really cool things with this table. Let's get back to what I was showing you though. Let's take a peek at some of these no attack monsters, specifically in Modern. So I'm only going to look at Chaos and Rebellion's not here yet, but we will look at Rebellion in a second. Neutral, could always. Bakjira. The other thing about weapons training now is it doesn't go away. So when your weapons training monster dies, your monster that you trained does not lose its attack. Currently, it loses its attack. It will no longer lose its attack when we get the full Rebellion update. Bakjira, can you imagine Bakjira? You know, maybe the rule sets where archery could attack up front. Ziriel giving it 4 ranged. Idri Fire. Pelacor Conjurer can already be played, so I don't know why I reacted like that. But let's look at the water ones, right? Noah the Just. Noah, a great sneak defender. Has dodge, backfire, rust, really fast with 6 speed. You can now play Ziriel with water. You can play it with Noah the Just. So you could have Noah Just in the 6th position, Ziriel in the 5th, Merdali Guardian in the 4th. Merdali Guardian is going to heal and repair your tank while also having 4 archery damage. Could already play it with Riftwing. Thane New Song is another one. We can speed, headwinds, we can inspire. So if you do some if you do some melee plays alongside this, that could be a good combination. So there's some good combinations here, specifically with water, right? We get 3, we get Bakjira, Noah, Merdali Guardian, can now all potentially be played with Ziriel. But that is not all. If we go back here, and we do, I already had no attack clicked, units. They released a bunch of no attack monsters that have some attack abilities. What do I mean by that? we're going to go through these I'm going to go through these more in depth at some point, but think about this with Ziriel. 6 speed, 6 health, inspire with blast. So 4 archery damage with blast from a 2 mana. That's pretty crazy. We got some slow here. So some slow and a stun with 4 archery damage. Really fast, high health. Pretty great card. Again, these are all 2 mana. A lot of health. Poison. We're going to nerf the silence, but 2 mana, 4 archery damage. This might be my favorite one. No, well, the dragon one's my favorite one. A little slower, but has the true strike and the triage, 4 damage. Death actually has 2. Nice little defensive option when it gets to the front. We can also give this 4 range damage. You guys are catching my drift here. This one with the blind, really fast, decent health for 2 mana, 4 range damage. This is the best one. Look at this. Cleanse, protect, repair, blind. I mean, this combination right here. Not even to mention the amplify. These 4. Oh yeah. You guessed it. 4 range damage. This card I'm going to want to play in the front, so unlikely specifically with this, but I mean, you could give this 4 range damage as well. I guess, you know, when range can attack from the first position, maybe. I wouldn't suggest doing it to this card, but you certainly could. And last but not least, the promo card. This is awesome. Void, shield, repair. So when it does get to the front, it can be really defensive. And oh yeah, you can give it 4 range damage. So that really sums it up. You can basically, once Rebellion comes out, you will have the summoners to be able to play Ziriel with every single splinter. So every single no attack card could potentially end up with 4 range damage. That to me was too good to pass up. Ziriel, and it's only 7 mana, that's the other thing. Ziriel's very easy to fit in low to mid mana matches. It's honestly my best favorite time to play her. Because that amount of damage you can put out in like a 20 mana match can really catch your opponents off guard. But I'm going to stop it there. Ziriel, very expensive. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everyone can just drop $330, but I just wanted to give you an update. I made a big purchase. I like to keep you guys informed. And this is just my PSA that weapons training is going to be very important. So I know right now it's a little difficult because they're only reward cards, the Soulbound reward cards that you can't purchase, I believe, besides Ziriel. But I know there's a few in the Rebellion set, so you might want to pick those up because I feel like weapons training is going to become a big part of the meta. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Here's Ziriel. I've had a lot of fun playing with her already before I even recorded this. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're excited for Land later today. Hope you're excited for the Rebellion release in about a week. I know I am. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will talk to you soon and see you around the game.